Alright, so in this video I'm showing a couple of people how to do the Google Sites homework assignment and then also the portfolio assignment. And the first thing you should do is you should use Google Chrome as your internet browser. Since we're going to be working in Google Sites, it's best to use Chrome as your browser. Chrome is the browser that's created by Google. There's Google Chrome right down there. And it's better to use Chrome than, say, Internet Explorer or Firefox or something like that. So since we're working with Google, let's use their browser. And then the first thing you want to do is go to Google Sites. And so you click More, and then Even More. And if you scroll down, you'll find Google Sites. So there's Google Sites. And we go into Google Sites. And I've got a couple of sites up already, but I'm going to create a new one. So I click Create right here. And I'll choose the blank template as my site. I'm going to name my site Example for Class CIT 15. I just kind of gave it a long name because a lot of names are already taken. So there's my name. And then I can select a theme. And I like the legal pad theme and the notebook theme. So I'm going to go with the legal pad theme. Both those work out really well for this project we're going for. So I selected my theme, and I can look at more options, and I'm going to make sure I share this with everyone in the world. And then I could type in this code down here if it's legible. That's kind of a weird code. And then I come back up here to the top. The button's actually not at the bottom, but up here at the top I click Create. And it says it's creating my site. Sometimes this will hang right there. So if it hangs right there, if you go back to Google and then go back into Google Sites, you'll see it actually created it. So here's the basics for my site. A couple of things you should see. Like first, this is where you edit a page. So if I want to edit a page, I click that button. Here's where I add a page. So if I want to add a new page, I click that button. And then here's where I could change things on a page level. I could change like settings to this page right here. Or I could change things on a site level. I could change, manage the site right there. I could go and manage the site. So the first thing I want to change is just change this name, Example for Class. So I'm going to go into Manage Site. So I went to More here, and then down to Manage Site. And I'm going to change that just to my name. So what that does, I'm going to save that and go back to my site. What that does is I still have the same name for the site. You can see it's still Example for Class CIT 15 Todd, but now I have a different name up here, so that makes it look better. And now if I wanted to, I could edit this page. So I could click Edit Page, and I could come in here. Instead of Home, I could just say Welcome. Here is a site about me. You can learn everything I did in school here. Plus, you can learn about my hobbies, or whatever you want to put. Content is a place where it's sometimes hard to come up with. All right, so for your website assignment, this is all you need to do, and you're done with your website assignment. The website assignment. So to turn in your URL, just copy this URL up here, copy, and then go to Blackboard and paste that, and you're done with the website assignment. For the, yeah, you did it in class. And then for the portfolio assignment, the intent behind the portfolio assignment is to come up with something that looks like this. Dun, dun, dun. Something that looks like this. And really what you want to do is have something where, when you get done with school, when you're looking for a job, you could put this on your resume. Hey, go to my website, and take a look. And when you go on the interview for a job, you could say, you could see everything I did when I was in school if you go to my website. And that's a huge marketing tactic to make you look like so much more, to set you apart from everybody else. You'll be one of the few people probably at the interview who has their own website with a link to all of the work they did all throughout their college education, their university education. See all the papers I wrote, everything. So if I wanted to, and as an employer, I could come in here and I could see all the classes you took in school, and then I could click on it, and I could go in there and I could read what you did in each class, and I could like look, wow, what did you do in there? Wow, look at this thing you did, you know, like this is amazing. You know, you created a survey and has a summary of results. Wow, this person's smart. Let's hire him, you know, or hire her. So that's the goal of what we're shooting for, is to make something like this. So let's go back and work on the one that we're just starting with, and I'll show you how to make it. First thing I want to do is over here on Edit Sidebar. I'm going to click Edit Sidebar, and then right here is the navigation. I'm going to choose to edit that. And I want to take off sitemap just because I don't like that. You can leave it on, but I want to make sure it's automatically organizing my navigation levels of pages to show to. And what that does is that, save this, go back to the site. What that does is it 2 levels of navigation. So any page we create, it's going to be over here. If it's under the home page, it'll be this top level, and if we put it under a second page, it'll go down 2 levels of navigation. So now I'm going back to the one we're creating, and we're ready to create our new page. And so the page I'm going to create is called School. So I click, whoops, maybe I did that too fast. I click right here, New Page, right there, New Page, and I'm going to call this page School. And I just want a web page here, and I'm going to put the page at the top level and click Create. So now I have this page School, and here are all of the classes I took in my undergraduate education. And you could also copy that and then be like, here are all the classes I took in my, and I'd probably change that to during my graduate education. And then you could have like spring 2010, fall 2010, spring 2011, right? You could have those on down, and then under each of them you could have Psych 12, History 4, CIT 12, and we might make these bullets, so select those, make them bullets. And maybe, I don't know, is there some way to make all that a bullet? And then can we indent this? Indent that over by pushing this button. There we go. So that looks kind of good. So I could do something like that for each of the semesters. And I'm just going to copy this. Whoops, Z. Gotta hit return afterwards. Return. That's kind of hard. Break free, break free. So sometimes you just gotta massage this. And that could then be spring 2011. And this one could be fall. And this one could be fall 2011. 11. And here we are at spring 12. And of course you'd have different classes. But that's kind of like the look, right? It's a pretty good looking look. So I'm going to save this page now. Save. If I wanted to edit it again, I click Edit. And then I might come in and say, hey, I want that to be bold. Just make it stand out a little bit more. You could click the button up here, or you could press Control-B on your keyboard. Save it again. And then one thing I don't like is this Comments and Add Files down here. So I'm going to come up here and choose More, Page Settings. And I'm going to say, hey, don't allow comments and don't allow attachments and don't show links to subpages. Save. And so now that comment stuff and the links down there are all gone. All right. So it's going to be a good looking page. And now we need to create classes. So I need a CIT page for my CIT 15 class. So I click this right here, a new page. Hiya, Tom.
Hey.
And here's my CIT 15 class. And I'm going to put that, I'm recording this, which is why I'm just going on. I'm going to put that page under School. Putting that page under School. because the CIT 15 class should be under school. I click create, and you can see over here now that I've got that page underneath school. And so here I could put in maybe a little something from the syllabus, you know, what this class was about, and then also add, so it'd be blah, 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 a little bit about what the class is about. And here's a link to a form I created. And you could go into Google Documents, and so I've got, let's see, quizzes, assignments, here we go. And I only have grade examples, so I don't actually have a form, but on this one. So I could just make sure that I've shared this. Private, the only person with access is me, so I want to change that and allow anyone with the link to see this, save it. And then copy that URL, so this is a link to share. And now I could come back here and put on my site, here's a link to Google spreadsheet I created with relative and absolute references. So you highlight that and you come to the link button, and this is a link to anything within the current site. If you want to link to a web address, you click that and then you paste in the URL, and I choose open this link in a new window and click OK. And now I'm going to click to save this page, and I'm going to also go to more and page settings and take off attachments, comments, and subpages. And now my site's looking good. I've got my welcome home page, I've got my school page, I've got the CIT 15 page. I could click here and it opens in a new window. I could see some work the person did, I did, right? And also, let's see, there's one more thing I was thinking we needed to add in there. I wasn't quite done. Oh, here at the school page, I need to edit this page again. Click edit. And then for my CIT 15 class, I highlight that, and I'm going to create a link. And this is a link within the site. So I come down here and I find the page I want to link to. I select it, and I'm going to not open it in a new window since we're just going from page to page within the site. I click OK. I save it. So now this is the way my site works. Here's my home page. I should edit this and highlight learn everything I did in school. Or I'm just going to highlight everything I did in school. Link that to school page. Okay. Save. So now I come to the home page, learn everything I did in school. And I click that, it takes me to the school page. Oh, let me see what you did in this class. I click that, it takes me to that class. Oh, I want to see what you did here in that class. I click that. Okay, it shows me. I close it. Yeah, leave this page. And I come back here, and I'm still working on the site. So that's a basic way to create this. So that's your portfolio. That's the portfolio assignment right there. So when you've got all that created with school, with a link to CIT 15, a page with a CIT 15, and so you got a school page, right, which kind of lists things out by semester. You got a link to the CIT 15 page. You got a link to some of the stuff you've done in my class. When you got all that, you submit it, and that's your portfolio. So that's the entire idea behind the portfolio. You guys have any questions? Want to see any of that again?
I have a question. Do you have to include graphics?
No, you don't have to include graphics. So however nice you want to make it, it's up to you.
Okay.
Like, to get credit for the portfolio, I just want to see, okay, you got school, you got a list of your classes, my class is in there. In my class, you got a link to something you did in my class. And you get credit. That's it. But, you know, if you want to put things in, then that's fine. Good question. That's it.